So I just mentioned that I felt like, when I read your bio, I just kept thinking like, damn, this is like a novel or a movie. So if January Jane's Story was a movie, what would it be titled?
I think it'd be titled "The Funniest, Most Successful Story Ever," the musical based on a true story, something like that. That's
I,
what I think.
maybe I would. Harry Met Sally too. The sequel.
Musical.
We kind of heard a little bit of your story already, from meeting at the gallery. Then you got signed actually to Matt Pinfield's independent label, Whiskey Vinyl. Can you tell me a little bit about how that came to?
But I mean, now I'm remembering this. So Matt came and saw us perform at a old rundown emphasized converted porn theater. And I guess he had heard some rumors about us or heard about our music or whatever, and came and really dug it. And we became like instant brothers, all of us. He's just such a magical person. He really has it. I mean, magic, it's all I can say. And it went from kind of him seeing us at that theater and really digging what we're doing to then all of a sudden he's hanging out at the apartment in the West Village at the studio, listening to our music, giving us feedback. It was just, I guess the whole thing is surreal now that I'm saying it out loud, because I mean, obviously someone that we watched and loved and adored on MTV and VH1, and then here he is sitting on the couch telling us to, the chorus has got to pop more, and it's like, and we would do it. So
he just knows so much about music and so much about, how artists have navigated through their careers and, the stories. And I mean, the guy literally knows everything about music.
Yeah, it's scary. Every lyric, every drum hit. I mean, it's unbelievable. You listen to an album with him and he's like playing the drums, like, but the actual drum parts to like entire albums with his hands. And
as he's
every lyric. Yeah, it's unbelievable. Yeah, it's wow.
He's definitely, he's so knowledgeable. I actually interviewed him about you guys a few days ago to get some quotes. But he also
I hope he said nice things about us, otherwise I'm changing everything I just said.
Yes.
No, he said only nice things. For everyone who doesn't know out there, how did the switch to BMG come about, and how did you feel when you got that offer to be signed to BMG?
Well, the BMG thing is quite amazing. I mean, even though that we just signed this thing, I mean, I had been introduced via email to John Loeffler through a mutual friend who's just another magical person who's just a great connector in New York, has introduced me to all different things and, things over the years. And now I'm remembering this. So I sent some music, but I purposely did not even put the band name or photos or anything. I just wanted to hook them with the music. And then John came to our studio. By then I was not in the West Village, our studio in Midtown, and sat down with us and went through like 40 of the tracks we had and gave his pointers. Do this, make this chorus bigger, do this with the hook. And we did that. And he's been, and the BMG team has been working with us for actually quite a while before even penning this. So this has been a long time coming.
And yeah, I think that it was just the way things worked out. We ended up in a room with someone that could give us pointers and listen to our music and really loved our music as much as we do.
It felt like it really did feel like a family immediately over there, because Pat and I were going in and out of the BMG headquarters up there. And it was just meeting everyone and sitting down in those meetings with the radio people, the promo team, and with John, and playing our music. Basically every single time we wrote a new song, we would just go right into BMG and play it, I think. And it's been pretty amazing. It really felt like a family, kind of the same thing with Matt, where it was just instant family. And now we're just hanging out with these people. So yeah.
I think that's what music can do sometimes too, though, is kind of create your little families, away from your, biological family, because it is such a connecting art, and it's so like emotional. So I feel like it's really at BMG, it is a family. I'm really happy for you guys to be part of it, for everything to come. And now that we talked about, all the basics and kind of how you got to here, I want to dive a little bit deeper, talk about your individual careers and your upcoming EP, your drug, which I am super excited about. So to start off, Pat, I know that you really dedicated all your free time to kind of drive into New York, hone your craft, and perform on the Lower East Side and Bleecker Street and all these gritty, lovely New York venues. When did music become your drug, and when did you know, like, this is what I want to do?
You know, I was actually going to school to be a surgeon, and that's the truth. That's not even a lie.
That's not too late.
And yeah, my parents, they were not super happy about that choice that I made, but it was really, I wrote a song then, and once I got down to the Lower East Side and Bleecker Street, and I performed for the first time, after that I was hooked, and I knew that you know, just the reaction of the crowd, I mean, it was electrifying, and once I felt that, I knew that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. But yeah, just the whole psychology of music, you know, how people create music, how people listen to music, how they feel, you know, emotionally and all that stuff, it really fascinates me. And that's kind of, I mean, even as a kid, that's how, you know, playing instruments, because I play piano and drums and stuff, it's always been a thing for me, music. But to really get into it was when I started singing in college.
I love that. You just said, you know, how you love how music can make people feel a certain way. What do you hope, what type of feeling do people take away, go home with after a January Jane concert?
Well, music in general, as the luxury of being one of the few things like love that is actually more real than reality. So,
can you explain that a little bit more?
You just feel it. You know, it's the truth. So in terms of what people are feeling, I mean, it is music and love go hand in hand. They transcend everything. So in terms of the live experience, once we're able to do that again, which obviously we're all missing, and frankly, that's how this whole thing happened, was people coming to see us live, and then, you know, with Matt and BMG coming to all of our shows when we were doing, I guess we had a kind of residency at Gramercy Theater. We were playing there at least every month. And they obviously felt something good to come back over and over again. So
yeah,
we want them to feel good.
We want people to feel, you know, love, passion, you know, energy. I mean, there's so many different things that come from music and come from
full release.
What'd you say?
Full release.
Full release.
Yes, full release. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
I can definitely feel that love when listening to your music.
Now